We hear all about these huge AI breakthroughs, right? But the reality for a lot of companies is, well, it's a bit different. See, most AI projects don't fail with a big explosion. They fail quietly. They just sort of fizzle out, leaving everyone confused. So today, we're going to dig into why that happens and what it tells us about our own organizations.
Does this quote hit a little too close to home? It's this weird, gnawing frustration that so many teams are feeling right now. You've got the AI tools, the dashboards are all green, showing you're moving at light speed, but where's the actual value? You're definitely moving faster, but are you getting anywhere meaningful?
And this, right here, this is the great disconnect. On one side, you have the promise, the hype, AI as this rocket ship to incredible speed and value. But on the other side, the reality is often just a tangled mess, confusion, teams that are completely burned out, and results that, honestly, nobody can really stand behind. This is that gap between the sales pitch and the Monday morning meeting.
Okay, so what is going on here? Well, here's the absolute core idea for this entire explainer. The problem usually isn't the tool. It's not the fancy new AI model, it's not the code, it's not the platform. It is so easy to blame the technology, but trust me, that's just a distraction from what's really happening. A better way to think about AI is to see it as a giant, high-definition mirror. It doesn't actually create new problems in your company. Nope, it just shows you, with perfect, sometimes painful, clarity, all the issues that were already there. It reflects the good, the bad, and yeah, the truly dysfunctional parts of how you already work. There's actually a name for this. Researchers call it the amplifier effect. And it's simple. If your organization is a well-oiled machine, AI is like adding rocket fuel. It's amazing. But if your organization is already a bit of a mess with confusing processes and bottlenecks everywhere, well, AI just pours gasoline on that fire. The one thing to get in your head is that AI is not a repair service. It's a performance enhancer. And hey, this isn't just a fun theory. It's backed up by some serious research. This quote from the Dora project at Google Cloud says it all. AI doesn't create high performance. It amplifies what already exists. You just can't plug this stuff in and hope for magic. If ownership is fuzzy, AI just amplifies that confusion. If you don't have clear ways to handle exceptions, AI just accelerates the mistake. So, if AI is this giant mirror showing us our existing problems, what exactly are those problems? Let's dissect the anatomy of these quiet failures and really get to the root of what's going on. You've probably heard of technical debt, right? Well, there's this other, maybe more dangerous thing called organizational debt. It's all the shortcuts in your culture, the fuzzy processes, the we'll figure it out later decisions that have been piling up for years. And guess what? AI has an incredible knack for digging all that debt up and putting it right on your desk. The biggest one by far is leadership debt. And this is all about the fundamentals. Who actually has the authority to make a decision around here? How is trust distributed? Do you have to earn it? If those basics are unclear, AI-driven insights don't help. They just add more noise and paralyze a system that was already struggling to make a call. And that leadership debt leads directly to this next thing, accountability diffusion. You know that feeling when something goes wrong and everyone is kind of pointing at everyone else? That. But with AI, it gets so much worse, because now you have the perfect scapegoat. It's so easy to just say, oh, the AI decided, which is just a new high-tech way of saying nobody decided, nobody's responsible. Here's a real story that shows this perfectly. Picture an engineering team. Their metrics are through the roof. The charts are all up and to the right. They're shipping code like crazy, all thanks to AI. But then someone asks a really simple question. So why is this customer so worried about the future? And just silence. Crickets. The room goes dead. Why? Because no one owned the actual outcome for the customer. AI accelerated the activity, for sure, but it didn't clarify the intent. That silence, that's the sound of a quiet failure. Okay, so if the old way, just plugging in an AI tool and hoping for the best, is a recipe for failure, what's the alternative? The new playbook is about a huge shift in thinking. You have to move from just doing one-off AI projects to actually building a sustainable, industrial-grade system for producing intelligence. And this is what that system looks like. Think of it like an intelligence supply chain. You have to stop treating AI like it's some kind of magic wand and start treating it like a manufactured product. I mean, think about it. You have to source your raw materials, that's your data. You have to design and assemble the parts, run quality engineering, put up safety guardrails, govern how it's used, control the costs, all the way to monitoring it in the real world. It's about systematically manufacturing intelligence. And this entire approach forces you to ask a completely different, and frankly, a much harder question. Immature teams are always asking, where can we add AI? But mature teams, they flip the script. They ask, where does AI not belong? They understand that just automating things without clear accountability is just chaos on a delay. So they intentionally design systems where human judgment has a critical role. So all of this brings us to the most practical part. How can you actually tell if your organization is ready for AI, or if you're just walking straight into one of these quiet failures? Well, here's a very simple readiness test you can run. Look, before you even think about calling AI vendors, you need to have these 3 things locked down. First, codified processes. Can a brand new hire follow a written guide to do a core workflow? If the answer is no, if it's all just tribal knowledge in people's heads and AI can't learn it, it will fail. Second, accessible data. Can you pull a structured, clean report? Because if your data is a mess, your AI is essentially blind. And third, system connectivity. Can other software talk to your systems in real time? If not, all you're doing is creating a ton of new manual work for your team. And we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. If you find yourself thinking that AI is going to come in and save your system, that's a massive red flag. AI doesn't fix broken systems. It just exposes how broken they are, faster than ever before. Which leads to the real question you should be asking: was your system ever really ready in the first place?